Okay, Wasin here again. So today is another Vim video technique series. It's number 18 now into the series, and today topics I would like to talk about look around Regex. So this thing is a feature that provides the Regex capability search pattern. Maybe you use another programming language. It also have this kind of thing as well, not just in Vim. Um, Maybe you use Perl, maybe you use JavaScript, maybe you use C Sharp or whatever. It's the reject feature in that kind of library in that programming language is going to provide it as well. Um, but maybe you heard this kind of things in another key terms like positive or negative look ahead or look behind. But this all the things is combined to say collectively as a look around. So what are these things for? This thing is going to help you formulate a more complicated predict search pattern matching that is going to be more finer grain for the result that you want. Uh, yeah, this thing better explained through the example. So I have here 3 to 4 examples to let you see. Uh, let's jump right to it. So let's say um, I would like to search and matching for this value. I never know the exact value or text or how it's going to be looks like before I do research. I just know that whatever value that you find for task one, I would like to grab that and be able to jump right to it inside Vim using your N key, right? You can jump right to it. So yeah, definitely we cannot just do. We never know the value before. We never know the text before, but we know the context. We know that it's leading by defined task one and whatever like this. So okay, let me see this first. So this is the okay multiple character of space character, multiple space character, and this is just okay. This is just to evaluate what our reject syntax is going to be. Okay, guys. Now I'm gonna do search now. I'm gonna put these leading things inside what I'm gonna call it look around pattern. In this case, it's going to be positive look behind because our target of the text that we would like to match is on the right side, and we need to look behind, and we'll be able to see that is defined task running is there. So it's positive that it need to be there in order to match our things. But the good things about look around is that uh, both of the negative and positive are gonna define whether you would like that kind of pattern to be there or not. But the reject result is not going to include that thing into your result. It's just assertion. It's not going to include task running into your result as well. So this is actually what we want. Okay. Um, define, define, and then I'm gonna go a little bit fancy here instead of like a space. I'm gonna go with space character. At least it should be 1. So we're gonna put the plus sign here. Alright. And then put the test. And it's going to be multiple of space character here. So we're gonna go with and the same. Alright. And now we already done with the look around text pattern, search pattern. Right. We need to escape the parentheses as well. And now this is the part that is also important. This is a syntax that we use for look around. This is specifically for look behind. Yeah. This is for positive look behind. Okay. I would like to switch to this before. For the Perl like look around, you might already be familiar with this kind of thing Perl gonna use like a question mark here. Positive is equal sign, and then look behind is less than. So if it's negative, it's going to be exclamation point, and then this one. But it's before look ahead, it's going to be question mark and then this thing. So you see the pattern here. It's similar to what Vim syntax is. So this is for positive look behind. If it is for negative look behind, you now know what it's going to be. It's going to be something like this. But in this case, we want to include such pattern as well. So yeah, there you go. And then yeah. So whatever, so we can do this now. Yeah. Should be at this one. Yep. As you can see here. So we say this thing we already complete for the look behind, and this one is for what we want to mesh is actually. So it's going to be any character and at least one until the end of the line. So okay, so now you're gonna see that, oh, why is also like a mashing the space character here as well. So okay, we can optimize it, but actually we get closer to the result, right? So let's do it again. And then instead of use dot for any character, because it includes the space character as well, we're gonna use capital S. S is for space character, but capital S is for anything that is not space character. So okay, mesh anything that is not space character, at least one to the end of the line. We got it now. So you see, got it now. Got it now. All right. Okay, so jump to the next example. This one is going to be a little bit more complicated. So you see here, task running, task uninterruptible, task uninterruptible, something, or maybe a task part, task dead, whatever. I would like to mash the word here, running, interruptible, uninterruptible, arc, date, wake kill, walking. So whatever is followed by task and underscore, I would like to match that. Now it's going to be good fun things to do. So let's check it out. Okay, so this one, task killable. Task killable is not just like the value that we saw it earlier in the upper part. Now it's gonna have something like this as well. So let's see. All right. So how can we do that? Now we're gonna utilize both of the positive look behind and positive look ahead, both of it within the single region. Let's do for the look behind first. Put it inside the parentheses. Okay, I think I can do this first as well. All right, and it's going to be find space past and then right, and this is for the part that we would like to match. So it's going to be a word, a word. This one word. Yeah, because it's not complicated, it's not involving uh, anything that get into in the way of the word of the complete word, right? So we just do this, and okay, we complete with the look behind. This is the look behind, and this is what we were looking for. And look ahead now. Add it to the parentheses. So look ahead. This is look ahead. And we're gonna put the things. It can be any space character because after running, as you can see, it should be any space character, any repeatable of it, any multiple of it, any multiple of it. And oh yeah, this one. And then no matter any character, but it should have at least one. Okay, until the end of the line. Okay, so let's dissect this part again. So after running, it should be any space character here, any multiple width. So we have space character, at least one. And after that, we never interested to it as well. So it can be any character. It's not going to be fully optimized compared to the first one, because as you can see already, but we would like to ignore this part, so it doesn't matter. Dot, and then at least one, it should have value, right? And then any of it until the end of the line. So this part we're going to put for positive look ahead. All right, again, positive look back, positive look ahead, positive look behind, positive look back, positive look behind, and positive look ahead. And this one is actually what we want to match again. And you can see here, all right, actually, perfect, 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 and perfect, perfect. That's it. That's it. Okay, and actually we can make use of this with the G command in order to list the output of the type thing that we would like to see the mesh. So, but the downside is that G is going to output the whole line. So it's okay. We know that we're mashing the fine grain or the subcontent that we want, but we just would like to see the overview of which line is contained this mashing. So you can go G and then slash and then you hit Control R and then slash in order to get the content inside the slash into this. Yeah, because if you check in register, what you searched previously is going to be put inside the register slash here. And this is the content that we just executed. So I want to put this content into the G command. G and then Control R and then slash and put it. And that's it. You can enter. And you're gonna see that there's how many results is this? Yeah, you can see maybe 10-ish more or something result. Okay, we can apply. There's a technique that if you would like to just output running interruptible and interruptible part there like this, there's a technique, but it involves a little bit more complicated and effort. But I'm not going to show in this video, but that's why yeah it's make use of like define your variable as an array and then try to make use of the function. We need to call the function as well. So anyway, this is just okay now. So enough. All right. For example, is down and okay. Next up, let's go to line 716. What if I would like to hash all of the lines inside the struct definition of K-map control here? Here, I would like to do this with search. You might wonder, oh, we actually can do reject search mashing for multiple lines as well. We can do that. We can do that. Yeah, but most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm also focusing on just one line. So totally forget that actually we can use the multiple line as well. But anyway, we can do it. Yeah, I would like to match this. So how? Just for fun. It doesn't make much sense, or maybe the use case in real world we didn't really do this much. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, but anyway. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So you can now see, okay, let form the plan. So what we're gonna do, let's form the plan. So this is going to be positive look behind first, and this is going to be this tool character is going to be positive look ahead. And as you can see, whatever is inside this is going to be the content that we're going to match. Let's do this. Okay, positive look behind first. It's going to be struct and space at least one. So why I use the space at least one here in this example and also the previous two, because when you code, when you search for the actual thing in the real world, this one can be a tab, this one can be two space, this one can be multiple space. So we just try to cover all the keys that it might be there. Okay. And in now control as well should be at the space. Yeah. We know there is at least there going to be space character, that space character, either character or characters, in order to separate the things, right? And okay. Okay. All right. And now let's do positive look ahead. Positive look ahead is going to be that. I think I should add the new line here as well, right? So our mashing is not going to include the new line. Yeah. All right. So now is the fun part. This is now our mashing here. Here, here, here. So um, it should be right. I'm going to group it a little bit. Just grouping. So it's going to be anything inside. It should be anything inside. Yeah, it should be inside. And with the new line. So in this parenthesis grouping here, you say that anything in that line with the new line, so it's gonna match. And this whole thing can happen at least once. Yeah, we know it should be at least one. In our case, we know it should be at least one. So like this. Okay. Let's see if it's work or not. Okay, so now you're gonna see that it's actually go past the ending brace here. So okay, I know now. The thing is that um, it's too greedy to try to match as much as possible. So this is the bonus content for you, non-greedy inside vim Regex. So I'm gonna change this one to be non-greedy, and this is a very specific syntax for vim. So you change the asterisk to this exactly this. You need to escape this as well. This is the non-greedy. This is the non-greedy. Yeah. As the highlight here, change the asterisk to this, and it's going to be mashing non-greedy. Okay. All right, and then you enter. Uh-oh. All right. All right. Okay, not this one. I should not do it inside the single line. I should outside that, but change it to be not really here. Yeah. So whatever inside that line with the content, with the new line, it can happen in a non-greedy way before it gonna see ending brace here. So it's gonna match as little as possible until it's found here. It should work now. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's go into the top again. Let's recap on this kind of thing. So this thing is for my look behind, positive look behind, right? This is for my positive look ahead. Nothing fancy there. And this is exactly the content that we aim for. So you're gonna see that I grouping for the creator, for the better management or the rejects. So anything inside that line, any character inside that line, but end with the new line here in this line. And this kind of thing can happen in non-greedy ways. So we could try to match as little as possible until it's going to reach bracing semicolon here, and we put it inside the look ahead. If we don't do this in non-greedy way, it's try to match the whole things until past the end to the end of the files until it find bracing, ending bracing and semicolon elsewhere, but the last one that it can find. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, the last example I think I'm gonna base on this one, but to let you see that not just we can use the look around inside the normal search itself, but we can also use it in the substitute command as well. Okay, so put our latest search, Regex search, so Control R and then slash, and I'm gonna substitute this whole line with the blah blah blah, maybe blah, right, and let's go. Okay, as you can see, all right, we already did that, but okay, it's a little bit, it's still the highlighting is still going on. It doesn't disable that. Okay, but anyway, I see the problem now. I'm gonna undo a little bit and I'm gonna do it because uh because yeah, I'm gonna add a new line as well. But this thing is different. If you would like to add a new line in Vim, you're gonna add just caret return and that's it. If you add n, it's going to be putting something weird inside. It's not going to work. So let's see. See, it's going to be somewhat a little bit like something else. You need to put caret return character here. So you see, after blah blah blah, it's so Vim automatically add the new line after it see what we try to add into that character. So if we add the caret return, Vim gonna automatically add the new line. I think it's the way that Vim handle about the difference between the Unix or Linux world and also the Windows one. Yeah, so just keep in mind if you want to search for the new line, you use /n. But if you want to insert a new line, you use /r or caret return, and that's it. And that's it. And also you can use this kind of like a look around widget inside the vimgrep as well. It's the same. So I'm gonna show you about vimgrep. Right? So great. And okay, I should undo it first. And then no highlight and then actually great. And it should be this one. This one can we use this? Alright. So if you see open, it's gonna show the first line that match for the vimgrep. And it's gonna take you to there. So it's actually the matching, the same matching result, but it's just jumped you to this first line of the matching. And I think that's it for Regex Lookaround design vim itself. It's quite long for this video, but I think it's get you to the meat of the technique that can be making use for other command as well. It's pretty useful. I love it. Yeah. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one. Bye bye.